great, guys. That totally worked. Yeah. Well, I am stressed out of my mind. You can imagine so. Well, what's the next target? Well, if she doesn't win immunity, it's gonna be Natalie. I mean, she's the biggest threat. Yeah, I can see that. Sure, why not? Tribal last night went perfectly. Chase is gone. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. There was some questionable thinking by Katie at best, but she came through in the end, and Chase is gone, and I'm on top in this game, and I still have an idol. You know, at this point, I'm guaranteed top 5 at best. Last night, I voted with Dan. He has been one of my allies for a while, and I just, I thought working with him tonight would have been the best move, and Chase is a smart player, and since he is my ally, I just felt pressured to work with him, and since I didn't flip, Grace thought it was a little bit useless to split the vote, so she worked with me, and in the end, Chase has gone home, and I'm in a 6-person alliance. I have to ask, what's your implications with the idol? Do we trust Chris now since he voted with us? Well, I want to trust him, but, I still think he's a bit of a loose cannon. So you're gonna not tell him? No, I'm not gonna tell him. I don't think he really needs to know. At this point, I don't even know if I'll even need to use it, but it's just there. So, again, why don't you want to tell him, other than the fact he's a loose cannon? Well, yeah, if he is a loose cannon, and I tell him, he might go off and use it against me. Oh, no, you don't say. Yep, now I regret voting with him. I mean, he's keeping the idol away from me because I'm a loose cannon. Why would I betray him? I worked with him. I saved his alliance. Why would he not trust me? I've done nothing to betray him. Honestly, maybe I should have worked with Natalie and Chase and got rid of Ken, and then he would have been on the bottom. But then again, he probably would have just used the idol. The good thing about that little interaction I was just walking past was the fact that he feels confident, so now's the time to strike. Hey. Hey Chris, what do you want? There's something I need to talk to you about. Is it about the decision? Yes. Yeah, I'm not overly 100% sure I was the right decision because, I like Natalie and I don't really want to get rid of her. Yeah, but guess what? What? Dan has the idol. The thing at Exile Island. Yes, he found it and he didn't tell me about it because he thinks I'm a loose cannon. So you want to betray him? Yes. But he has the idol, he can just play it, can't he? Yes, that's what I originally thought, but he's very confident. How do you know all this? Well, him and Daryl were having a conversation, and I just happened to walk by. Oh, that's unlucky for him. Yeah, but I think we need to take this chance. The idol in the hands of somebody as dangerous as Dan is not a good thing. If Chris is telling the truth, and Dan is not expecting to get voted out, that ups our chances to get rid of him by quite a bit. But if he does expect it, and he thinks someone's after him or his alliance members, we're in trouble. Hey guys, we need to have a conversation with you. Is this about the flip? Yeah, that was a mistake, but this is important. So at Exile you have the idol, right? If you found it, it could help you in the game. We don't quite know what its power is, but we know it could be important, and Dan has it. So you're telling me now you want to flip? Yes, I didn't flip last time because, well, Dan and Daryl were 2 very close allies to mine. And I thought since he wasn't going to flip, it's just pointless me splitting the vote and just sending it to a revote, so I just worked with him. Okay, so now you want to get rid of Dan because he's dangerous. And this idle thing could help him win the game. So, we could be in potential danger doing this. Yes, it's a risk, but he's confident. He thinks he's under no radar. He thinks he's not going home, so this is the chance to strike. Well, we're in the minority, so with your help, we have a 5, so I guess we have to take this shot in the dark. I'm still standing in this game, and as long as I'm still standing, everybody else better beware. And at the moment, yes, I do believe this is our chance to strike. I do believe Chris and Grace, the people who betrayed us, they're our best hope at the moment. And if everything goes according to plan, Dan won't expect a thing. And he'll go home with this idol in his pocket. I don't know what it is, but I hope he doesn't use it. Because if he does, we could be in trouble. So what do you guys think of that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can trust them. Right now, I think it's in our best interest that we just consider it. And, you know, Dan is the most dangerous player here. If he's not seeing it coming, this could be our chance. Yes, but he has the idol. Yes, but he doesn't know that he needs to play it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we should put faith in the people who kind of betrayed us at last night's tribal. I know that, but this might be our only option. Maybe. My closest ally is gone, and yeah, that makes me sad. But the people I have to have the most faith in are Natalie and Owen. They are my allies. I hope they have my best interests at heart, and I'm pretty sure I know that they have my best interests at heart. But I just don't know if we can put complete faith in the people who backstabbed us and betrayed us and didn't work with us. I know they were in a difficult situation, Chris and Grace, but you know, I don't think they're the people to trust. I think there must be another way. Hey Daryl. Hey Owen. Do you want to have a conversation somewhere? I have a theory to bring up with you. Sure. Okay, hear me out. I'm in a good relationship with Chris. Yes, I've seen that. I want to kind of build a relationship with you, but also I've got a plan. Okay, go on. So me and you are probably the strongest people here, and Natalie as well. But just forget about her real quick. Go on. So here's the thing. I think me and you should have a bit of a deal and a bit of an alliance as well. Here's the thing. If you're in trouble, I will give up immunity and give it to you. What do you mean? Well, at the immunity challenge, if you're in trouble, I will step down and you win immunity. In favor, you do the same for me. So we trade immunity wins on who's ever in trouble. Yes, we're two very strong guys. There's going to become a point where we're going to be targeted. We need to be on the same side. Okay, I'm down for that. This game is moving at a rate of knots, and I need to move with it. I've got good connections with most people on this island, in this tribe, and the only thing that's going to make them vote for me is my physical threat, and possibly my social threat. So I need to make sure that the person who could potentially beat me in the challenge is on the same page as me. If we can trade immunity wins, we can run this game. Like, me and Daryl aren't going to be the most strategic guys, but we can do what we can to help each other in this game. So I see Owen as an upfront kind of social threat kind of guy. He's more of a social threat than he is a physical threat. He's very physical, but this plan he's addressed to me, I can see working. The only problem is that I do see him becoming a big threat later on, to the point where taking them to the final two with me might not be the smartest idea. Taking Dan is definitely a no-no. I can trust Dan up to a point. It's just, who else do I take? Do I just carry Katie on my ass and take her all the way to the final two? No. Well, I could. I don't think she's going to win many votes. But, you know, I don't think she will trust me fully. I'm already thinking at final two. And Dan and Owen can help me get there. It's just, I don't think I can beat them at final two. So, we need to stand on the 6-person alliance. I mean, yeah, it works, but, you know, maybe Natalie could be used as a number. Maybe if we just follow them, we're gonna have no moves on our resume. Yeah, but I think it's our safest option. Like, none of us are very physical, and, you know, it just keeps us out of the spotlight. Yes, but I don't want to be out of the spotlight until final 6. That's just too long. But you guys both bring up good arguments. But I think at this point it's best if we stick with the final 6 alliance. Elaborate, please, Ken. Well, I think we're all very strategic, to our own degree. But if we stick with this final 6 idea, and we get to the final 6 and all 3 of us are still there, we can work together and all we have to do is flip one of them if we can find a crack. And then boom, final 3 right here. And then just duke it out at final 3. I mean, yeah, makes sense. Sure, cool. I almost got voted out at last night's tribal because of my strategic prowess. You know, people think I'm a big threat because of my pre-merge game. So I'm fine just laying back from final 9 to final 6. And then at that point take my chance to strike and win this game. You know, I reckon I can beat Grace in the final immunity challenge. Katie has proved herself to be quite strong at times, even though she doesn't look it. But I feel like I just need to hold on back for quite a while. I don't want to make myself much more of a threat, you know? If I try and rock the boat too much, they could see me as a big strategic threat, someone who's playing too hard, and then they'd just vote me out. Grace, I see your game. What do you mean? Well, you kind of like doubt most people's opinions and ideas. And I just have a feeling there's going to come a time he's going to flip. I still really want to work with you. I'm just here to say just don't flip. Just go along with the flow. You're playing a good game and I don't think you need to do what you're doing. I believe you're telling the truth, but here's my opinion. Well, not really my opinion, this is a fact. Dan has the idol. A what? A thing at Exile Island that if you found it, it could help you win the game. And why are you telling me this? He's dangerous. He controlled the last vote. He's been a very dominant player in the pre-merge. If he gets to the final 2, he'll beat us. But he won't if you just stick with Ken. How do we know that for sure? No, it's better off now at final 9, where if you flip, alongside Chris, when we go and work with the others on the bottom, we'll have a big majority and we can take him out now. I want to work with you, but I want to stick with the Salento members because I can trust them. I'm just saying, I don't think that's the way to go. I came into this game, and I wanted to play a better game than Cassandra, a person who was about the same age as me, who blew it. And yes, I haven't made many big moves, but I believe I don't have to. I've got good connections, and at the end of the day, that's all that I need at the final 2. When the jury says, well, we didn't like this person, but this person we particularly like, that's all I reckon the voters are going to remember. And if Grace is willing to flip on the alliance, then, you know, maybe she isn't a trustworthy alliance member. She's just asked me if I should go, and yes, it would be a big move on my resume, but all my people I can trust are on the alliance I'm in currently. And, you know, I can't really trust Owen and Natalie and Carol that much. So the point maybe, and this would kill me because I don't want to do it, I might have to spill the beans about Grace's plan. Are you ready to get to your second individual immunity challenge? Yeah! Okay, for today's challenge, you've got 5 objects in front of you. I'm going to list those objects out in a group, then you're going to go to the object you think is correct. If you get one of the objects wrong, you will be eliminated. Last person standing will win immunity safe from the vote. Losers tribal council where somebody will be the 8th person voted out for this game. Alright, let's begin. The first group is helmet, sword, hammer, shield, and bag. Go to the first object. Everybody goes to helmet, and everybody is correct. Go to the second object. Everybody goes to the second object, everyone thinks it's sword. Everybody is correct again. Go to the third object. Oh, okay, we've got a bit of a split here. Daryl and Chris say shield, everybody else says hammer. Daryl and Chris, you were out of this challenge. Hammer was the correct option. We've got a bit of a split again. Dan and Grace say bag. Katie, Ken, Natalie, Carol and Owen say shield. Dan and Grace are out of this challenge. Shield was the correct option. Everybody says bag. Everybody is correct. We move on to round 2. The next group. Sword, hammer, bag, sword, shield, helmet, hammer, bag. Go to the first object. Everybody picks sword. Everybody is correct. Go to the next item. Oh, everybody except for Owen says hammer. Owen, unfortunately, hammer was correct. You're out of this challenge. Oh, we've got a bit of a split here. The correct item was bag. Katie and Carol, you guys are out of this challenge. Both say sword. They are both correct. Go to the next item. Ooh, we've got a bit of a split decision. One of you will be right, one of you will win immunity. The correct object is shield, meaning Ken wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Ken, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 8. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where somebody will be the 8th person voted out of this game and the first member of the jury. It will not be you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. I'll see you tonight for Tribal Council. Yep, winning immunity is a good feeling. I win an immunity challenge. This is what most people playing survival want to achieve. And I'm not the most physical guy. But at the same time, that probably wasn't the smartest move. People will know that I am a strategic threat from the pre-merge. And now they know that in immunity challenges, if it's a brain challenge, well, I'm a tough competitor to beat. Well done, Ken. Yeah, well done, man. Thanks, guys. Hey, let's hear a round of applause for Daryl for going through his first immunity challenge without passing out. Thanks, man. Hey, you've made it through 50% of all the individual immunity challenges without passing out. That's something to be proud of. Yeah. As if my threat level was not high enough, I came second in another immunity challenge. And the 2 immunity challenges I've come second in have been 2 very different immunity challenges. Last one was a bit more brawn. They know I'm very physical for a girl. And the second one was a very strategic memory challenge. And so they now know that I'm more of a strategic threat than they thought. Plus I'm a police officer and we know when somebody's lying. Add that on, who wouldn't want to get rid of me? So, yeah, tonight's vote reassures that I have to work with Chris and Grace in order to stay here. So, are you all ready? Plan set? Dad? Yes? Yeah, it's gotta be. Biggest threat here. Yeah, I'm down. We've gotta do it. Alright, just some reassurance. And you guys are telling the truth. Yes, we're telling the truth. He is my biggest ally. Why would I lie against him? Why would I throw him under the bus? I don't know, are you trying to play a villainous game? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. I believe you. Now, Dan's definitely going. We know that. So, here's the plan. You two are going to go to their meeting, alright? Act as natural as possible, alright? Try and, if he smells any hint of a possible flip, he will play as idol. Yeah, I get that. So yeah. Anything you want us to do? Well, scramble. What do you mean? Well, ask everybody, hey, what's going on? Can we help and stuff? Because if we just lay back, they're gonna think that we are up to something. Yeah, probably. Where are they? They should be here by now. Didn't you say the meeting was gonna be shortly after we got back? Yeah. They could be plotting something. Potentially. Sorry. You okay? Yeah. We just went to, get some water. Well, why are you puffed? The adventure was a little bit harder than we thought it was going to be. Oh, what do you mean? He may have tripped over a tree root. May have winded himself. Okay. Well then, let's talk about this. Okay, let's run through our options. Natalie, probably the biggest threat on that side. Strategically wise, yes, definitely. I think we should vote her out. Hold on. Carol just lost her ally. She's not much of a threat, although she is good at making friends, I must admit. Yeah, if you're looking to take out a social threat, she's the person to take out. Plus, she is quite smart as well. She's a science teacher. I reckon she is quite smart. She does have a bachelor degree. Well, it's not a masters or anything, but yes, that could be quite smart. And Owen, probably biggest physical threat, challenge beast. This could be our one chance of taking him out, potentially. Yes, Owen definitely is a problem. Yeah, there's three of them. You know, we're gonna have to discuss this quite thoroughly because each of them has their pros and cons of getting rid of. So, we must talk about this. Yeah. Okay, I can't be being the only one to notice that Chris and Grace were acting pretty weird. Their alibi for being late was that Chris tripped over a tree root and wounded himself. Yeah, I don't buy that because he didn't have any dirt on him at all. My theory is that he was talking to the opposite alliance, but I have no evidence for this, other than the fact that they potentially lied to me. And yes, I do have my idol as a precaution, but how do I know that they're gonna be targeting me? Obviously, I'm the ringleader, but Daryl's this physical threat. Ken's this very strategic threat, but he can't be voted for anyway. And well, Katie is Katie, and she does have a tendency to have a pretty good social game. So if I do find out that they are plotting to get rid of me, then they're gonna be in trouble. Okay, I'm just gonna come out right and say it. Those two are acting weird. Yes, especially Chris. Man, that guy was stumbling over his words. Yeah, well, they have something to hide. What do you mean? They're considering flipping. Really? Yes, because they told me that you had an idol. Yes, I do have an idol. The idol? Yeah, the Finger XLR that we were sent there to look for. Oh, yeah. Anyway, what it does is if I play it for me or somebody else, those votes don't count for those person. Wow. Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah, and if they know about it, and that society know about it, they'll want to come for me. But what? Knowing Natalie, I think she'd want to consider her options. I mean, like Katie, you're a very social player. She won't look past that. And Daryl's a very physical player, and he's got good social game and a bit of a strategic game. You know, that could be dangerous to her. So you're saying you can't be sure that she's going after you? No. But what we can be sure is that if we play it correctly, we have the power, no matter what. So who do we go after? Well, Natalie, biggest threat probably on that side. Owen, physical threat. Carol, social threat, you know? We've got to consider their options. Chris, he's willing to flip and he's willing to play a very dangerous game. He could be dangerous. Yes. And Grace, I see her. I see the girl. She's doing a good job playing the middle. She wants to be on both sides. She wants to be part of this group and the next group and consider her options. That's quite dangerous. Yes, indeed. So each one of them have their pros and cons of voting for. Boom. The game has blown wide apart. Now that I hear that Chris and Grace are willing to betray me, they become targets of me. I have to play the idol tonight if they are going to work with them. The idol is definitely going to be played tonight. That is the only thing I can make sure of. Who are we going to vote for? That's beyond me at the moment. And who I'm going to play it for? Well, I can't play it for Ken. He's safe. Playing it for me seems to be the right option as, you know, technically, I think they're going to be after me. But I cannot look past the fact that Daryl and Katie will have the implications. And yeah, who do we vote for? Like, everybody's a threat, and if we make the wrong decision, it could come back to bite me and my alliance in the ass. Yeah, I threw my ally under the bus. Yeah, that was cold, but I had to do it. You know, she hasn't been really considering my options. She's been saying, oh, this is bad, and I'm just sitting there thinking, come on, we have to take a chance, and she just hasn't done it. So I threw her under the bus because I don't want to work with her anymore, and I'm loyal to the people I'm with. The people I'm with are my alliance members. Welcome, Falatau, to your second Merge Tribal Council. Ken, how does it feel to win immunity? Pretty good. You know, I'm not going home, but it will put a big strategic threat on my back. Carol, how does it feel that we now are into the jury stage of this game? Well, yeah, now voting people out has a lot of implications, because when you get to the final two, the people on the jury will either hate you or love you, and that's what you need to consider. So, Chris, what Carol just said, have you really been thinking about who you want to see on the jury this early in the game? Yes, but we're also thinking about the now. You want to think ahead, because that's what great players do. But if you think too far ahead and forget about the now, you could be going home. Natalie, you've come second in an immunity challenge twice. Do you think that puts a threat on your back? No, I don't think it does, because it proves that I can't finish an immunity challenge. And if I can't finish it, and I've never won yet, that doesn't really put a big threat on my back, I don't think. I haven't won an immunity challenge yet. I've been close, yes. But Owen's won an immunity challenge. I haven't. And when it comes down to it, would you want somebody who has won an immunity challenge around, or somebody who chokes at immunity challenges around? Well, we will have to find out. It is time to vote. Owen, you'll start us off. Dan, your first mistake was you voted out the wrong person. Now you're going to leave with neither in your pocket. Give the rest of us a chance to dominate this game. I will tally the votes. The person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. Jeff? I've got a little something for you. I am fairly confident that everybody knows what this is. This is the hidden immunity idol, and I will be playing it on me tonight. This is the hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Dan will no longer count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Dan, does not count. Second vote, Dan, does not count. Third vote, Dan, that's 3 votes Dan, none of them count, 6 votes left. Fourth vote, Dan, does not count. Fifth vote, Dan, that's 5 votes Dan, none of them count, 4 votes left. Sixth vote. Oh boy, here we go. Chris. That's 1 vote Chris, 3 votes left. 7th vote. Chris. That's 2 votes Chris, no votes anybody else, 2 votes left. 8th vote. 8th person voted out, and the first member of the jury. Chris. Chris, that's 3, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Man, oh man, Jeff. Chris, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, it's only your second tribal council as a merged tribe, and already an idol has been played. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Good night. Oh, that was not to be expected, and I won't lie, I'm kind of annoyed about it.
Wow. Wait. I get taken out by the first idol ever in Survivor. And honestly, I don't know if that's something I really want near my name, but it's near my name and I'm gonna have to live with it. I'm not really angry. Dan outplayed me. Don't really know how he figured it out. I suppose I was ratted out. That kind of annoys me, but, I'm not really annoyed. I will respect Dan's move.
I mean, regardless, if Dan is to be at the final 2, I would probably vote for him. He's played a flawless game, a very decent and, respectful game, and I think that can't be overlooked.